Good evening, viewers. You're watching Across the Republic with me, Rakshita Mishra. This is a power-packed bulletin getting you all the top stories of the day that we are tracking, viewers. First up will be the biggest drug bust in the national capital. There's a Congress link that is being investigated and also a Dubai link to it, viewers. And we will also get you the war of words that is ensuing over Sanatan Dharma. DMK Neta has now issued a wait-and-see threat over Pawan Kalyan's claim of defending Sanatan Dharma, that anyone who threatens Lord Ram, who threatens Hindutva, who threatens Sanatan Dharma will be wiped out. Also, we'll get you the latest coming in on Hezbollah. The pro-Hezbollah protests are being fueled day by day. Another part of the country witnessing a protest march. And after that, we'll get you, viewers, the toilet tax diktat in Himachal Pradesh. Why is the Himachal Pradesh government taxing the people for having multiple toilet seats in their residence? That's a bizarre diktat. Also, we'll get you the laddu row as an SIT has been now formed. The CBI, the State Police of Andhra Pradesh, and also the FSSAI is going to be a part of it. All that and much more. First up, the headlines at 6 p.m.
Presented by Royal Global University. Northeast can't wait. Pado kuch bano.
Not be wiped out. Those who said will be wiped out.
Okay, let's wait and see.
DMK's Udhayanidhi Stalin issues wait and watch threat when asked about eradicating Sanatan Dharma. Congress's Khatakat promise goes for a toss as Himachal Pradesh government imposes toilet seat tax. Supreme Court orders CBI monitored SIT probe in the laddu row, says will not allow the court to be used as a political battleground.
उत्तर प्रदेश जो है उसमें किस तरीके से हमारा एजुकेशन आगे बढ़ रही है, उसको हम कैसे प्रदेश में लाए, और उसके बारे में योगी जी से चर्चा हुई.
Supreme Court orders CBI. Rebellion within the Congress in Himachal Pradesh grows after Vikramaditya Singh. Now Himachal Education Minister bats for UP model. And the Maharashtra Assembly Deputy Speaker jumps onto the safety net at Mantralaya over tribal quota issue. High drama ensues.
Presented by Royal Global University. Northeast can't wait. Pado kuch bano.
Viewers ripping into Congress leader Rahul Gandhi over his remark calling the Pran Pratishtha or the ceremonial enthronement of Lord Ram in Ayodhya as Nach Gana event. Andhra Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan has accused him of berating and insulting the Hindu faith while still having the cheek to seek majority votes. It was a fiery speech, viewers, by Pawan Kalyan. It was a fiery address to the public, to media persons at the Tirupati temple. Pawan Kalyan warned the Congress of warned the Congress against denigrating Lord Ram and speaking ill of the practitioners of Sanatan Dharma. And what followed was, viewers, the DMK leader and now the Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, who is known for spewing venom against Sanatan Dharma, issuing a threat. What does the Indie Alliance partner have to say on that? That's a big question. Here's a report.
Taking on Rahul Gandhi over his remark terming the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lala in Ayodhya as a Nach Gana event, Andhra Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan has accused the Congress leader of insulting Hindu faith. Speaking to media persons at the Tirupati temple, the Janasena chief railed against Rahul for hurting Hindu sentiments and still having the audacity to canvass for majority votes in poll-bound Haryana. In a fiery outburst at the Congress leader, the Andhra Deputy Chief Minister warned Rahul against making lowly remarks on Lord Ram and the practitioners of Sanatan Dharma.
And the honorable opposition leader
Sri Rahul Gandhi says, Ayodhya ceremony, when he compares to it as a Nachigan Sabha, none of the Sanatani Hindus should not get hurt. We have to be happy about it. And you want the votes of all the Sanatani Hindus to get into the power, to be a political leader, to be in the opposition. And you want all the votes of Sanatani Hindus. But you don't respect Lord Rama. You might hate Modi ji. You might hate us. But don't you guys dare to talk about Lord Sri Rama.
Rahul's remark labeling the grand ceremonial enthronement of Lord Ram as a song and dance event triggered a massive furore.
कि पूरा हिंदुस्तान देख रहा भैया, आपने राम मंदिर खोला, सबसे पहले आपने राष्ट्रपति से कहा कि भैया आप आदिवासी हो, आप तो अंदर आ ही नहीं सकती, अलाउ नहीं आपको। उसके बाद अमिताभ बच्चन को बुला लिया, अदानी को बुला लिया, अंबानी को बुला लिया, किसी एक मजदूर को नहीं आने दिया। आपने किसी बढ़ाई को देखा, किसान को देखा, मजदूर को देखा? कोई नहीं। डांस गाना चल रहा है, प्रेस वाले हाय 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 कर रहे हैं, नाच गाना चल रहा है, डांस चल रहा है। ये रियलिटी है आपकी।
Responding to Rahul's remark, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said that those following the culture of Rome can never appreciate the sentiments associated with Lord Ram.
एक तरफ अयोध्या धाम में प्रभु राम का विराजमान होना, दूसरा रोम की संस्कृति में पले बढ़े वे लोग, वे बदनसीब जो दुर्भाग्य से अपने को एक्सीडेंटल हिंदू कहते हैं, वे कैसे इसको बर्दाश्त कर पाएंगे? वे कहते हैं कि अयोध्या में जब रामलला का मंदिर का उद्घाटन हो रहा था तो वहां पे नाच गाना चल रहा था। अरे जिंदगी भर तो यही तुम्हारा खानदान करता रहा।
Significantly, in a counter to DMK scion Udhayanidhi Stalin, who threatened to destroy Sanatan Dharma in a vicious rant against the majoritarian faith, Pawan said that Sanatan can never be eliminated. To Pawan's statement on Sanatan, the newly anointed Tamil Nadu Deputy Chief Minister responded with defiance.
Okay, let's wait and see.
As the Andhra Deputy CM goes ballistic at Rahul, bringing the debate over Sanatan back on the national forefront, the big question is, will the Congress apologize for the insult to Lord Ram?
Shifting focus to Himachal now, the cash-strapped Congress government in Himachal has come out with a bizarre toilet tax for citizens, only to roll it back later on after a furore in a desperate bid to mop up some money at the expense of the public. While the state grapples with a grave fiscal crisis, the Sukku government came out with a notification imposing a monthly tax of 25 rupees in lieu of using toilet seats in your own house. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman took a swipe at the ruling Congress for imposing the toilet tax, while the centre was bidding to turn its Swachhata campaign into a people's movement. Here's a report. In a bizarre move that underlines desperation as the state negotiates grave fiscal challenges, the Himachal government came out with a toilet tax on the people. The Congress government issued a notification asking citizens to pay 25 rupees as monthly tax in lieu of using toilet seats. Taking a swipe at the Congress, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman accused the Sukku government of imposing toilet tax on the people at a time when the centre is bidding to make its cleanliness mission a people's movement. Union Health Minister J.P. Nadda, speaking at a public event in Bilaspur, the BJP national chief said the Himachal government was clueless amid the fiscal crisis and was looking for new ways to pass the burden on to the people.
आज हिमाचल 100% ओपन डेफिकेशन फ्री हो गया है और मुझे बड़ा आश्चर्य लगा यार, सुबह सुनने को मिला कि सुक्कू जी को देखो उसने टॉयलेट पर भी टैक्स लगा दिया। मित्रों, ये हाथी के दांत दिखाने के और खाने के और है। बोलो पिछले इस कांग्रेस सरकार में भ्रष्टाचार बढ़ा है कि नहीं बढ़ा है? यहां भ्रष्टाचार बढ़ा कि नहीं बढ़ा? तो यहां इसी तरीके की अगर विकास की कहानी कहने लगे तो हम देखते हैं कि हर तरीके से आपको तकलीफ में डालने का काम कांग्रेस पार्टी की करती है।
The BJP also accused the Congress for not fulfilling its promises to the people of Himachal.
आपको वोट कर दिया, आपकी सरकार बना दी, आपने वादे पूरे नहीं किए। टॉयलेट सीट पे 25 रुपए लेने का जो ये खटाखट मॉडल है, ये अब सार्वजनिक हो रहा है। ये बेहद ही चिंताजनक है और ये सभी को शर्मसार करता है। जो कांग्रेस वादे करती है कि ये मुफ्त कर देंगे, वो मुफ्त कर देंगे, वो अब आम जनता की टॉयलेट सीट के पीछे पड़ी हुई है।
Chief Minister Sukhvinder Singh Sukku meanwhile claims that there was no such move by his government to tax the people for toilet seats.
सीटों को 25 रुपए वाली बात भी कही गई।
नहीं, ये गलत बात है।
Facing massive flack after the explosive Republic newsbreak, a red-faced Sukku government later rolled back its notification of a toilet tax.
Sukku government have imposed toilet seat tax in the urban areas and after facing a wide criticism has taken a U-turn. Now there is a blame game between both the government. Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, Thakur Sukhvinder Singh Sukku said that during the elections time, Jairam Thakur government have given relaxation on water connections to the 5-star hotels, which has additionally added 5,000 crore to the people of Himachal Pradesh.
With its latest bid to burden the people with taxes coming a cropper, we ask, has the Congress failed Himachal? Now it's sort of a setback coming in for the TDP and BJP in Andhra Pradesh. The Supreme Court on Friday directed the formation of an independent new SIT to probe the alleged adulteration of the Tirupati laddus, cancelling the one that was put together earlier at the behest of Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu. Now the directive by the Apex Court followed its observation earlier that temples and avowed deities should be kept out of politics. Armed with the Apex Court's directive, former Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy breathed fire at the ruling NDA in the state, claiming that the Supreme Court warned against using religious matters for political posturing. Here's a report.
In a blow to the ruling NDA in Andhra Pradesh, the Supreme Court on Friday ordered the formation of an independent new SIT to probe the alleged adulteration of the Tirupati laddus. At a fresh hearing in the alleged adulteration case, the Apex Court said the new SIT should have representatives of the Centre, State and National Food Safety Regulator FSSAI. The Apex Court order effectively cancelled the earlier SIT, which was instituted earlier at the behest of Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu. The SIT formed by the state had begun its probe in the case and even quizzed officials of the Tirupati Tirumala Devasthanams. However, the SIT halted its probe as the matter moved to the Apex Court. Meanwhile, armed with the SE ruling, YSRCP Chief Jagan Mohan Reddy came out all guns blazing at the Chief Minister Naidu, saying the latter's claim on the adulteration of the Tirupati Prasadam offended Hindu sentiments.
Supreme Court lambasts Naidu for laddu politics. Ani prati English paper, Economic Times, not appropriate on Naidu's part to make public remarks on Tirupati laddus when probe is on, says Supreme Court. Times of India, keep God away from politics, says Supreme Court. On Tirumala laddu row, Hindu, keep gods away from politics, Supreme Court tells Naidu.
The former Chief Minister also reminded the ruling TDP of the observation by the Supreme Court, an earlier hearing that allowed deities should be kept away from politics. The Chief Minister earlier claimed that the ghee used in the making of Tirupati laddus were adulterated with animal fat, triggering a massive row.
An independent special investigation has been ordered by the Supreme Court, where we see that 2 officers from CBI, 2 officers from the Andhra Pradesh State Police and 1 FSSAI senior officer will be the investigating team which will be investigating into this whole matter, where we had seen that how there was a massive face-off between the TDP and the YSRCP over the allegation which was made by Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu.
As Jagan seeks to turn the tables on his successor, we ask, why play victim even before the SIT determines his innocence in the case?
Now, a Congress-linked Tushar Goel's nexus is spread across India. We're talking about the biggest drug bust in the national capital. The seized drugs were supposed to be supplied in Uttar Pradesh, in Punjab, in Maharashtra. In fact, the Delhi police has found links abroad as well, not just Dubai, Pakistan and South America, but also in London and Thailand. Republic's SIT decodes the link of the kingpin Tushar Goel and the other accused. Here's a report.
The Delhi drug haul with Congress-linked Tushar Goel has now found links in Dubai, Thailand and London after Pakistan and South America. Republic's special investigation team also decoded a link among kingpin Tushar Goel and Jitendra Singh and Virendra Basoya. During interrogation, police found the involvement of Dubai-based Virendra Basoya, who was a resident of South Delhi's Sarojini Nagar. Basoya is in charge of running the nexus in Dubai. A deal was struck to pay Basoya rupees 3 crore to Tushar Goel for every consignment shipped. It was Virendra Basoya who had asked Jitendra Gill, the 5th arrest, to come to India from UK. In New Delhi, Jitendra Gill met with Tushar Goel.
जो दुबई के हैं वो अंडर इन्वेस्टिगेशन है, मैं अभी डिस्क्लोज नहीं कर सकता। कितनी विजिट्स की हैं उसने लगातार? इस साल में विजिट हुई थी उसकी, तुषार गोयल की विजिट है।
इस साल के अंदर 24 के लास्ट मंथ में अगर देखा जाए अगस्त सितंबर के महीने में कोई विजिट है?
नहीं, इस साल में विजिट है, मैं अभी डेट नहीं बता सकता हूँ।
अच्छा, इसमें जो तुषार गोयल है उसका अंडरवर्ल्ड के साथ जो है वो लिंक बताया जा रहा है।
देखिए, उसके ऊपर इन्वेस्टिगेशन अभी चल रही है, अभी ठीक नहीं होगा उस बारे में बता।
हमने एक इंटरव्यू किया प्रमोद कुशवाहा जी के साथ, जो कि स्पेशल सेल के अंदर एडिशनल सीपी हैं। उनका कहना है कि तुषार गोयल जो है वो ना ही सिर्फ और सिर्फ रिसीवर है, बल्कि वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर भी है। बाकी जो 4 लोग हैं वो भी क्या एज अ रिसीवर और डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर दोनों तरीके से काम करते थे?
देखिए, बाकी के जो पर्सन्स जो अरेस्ट हुए हैं वो उसके असिस्ट के अंदर, सपोर्ट रोल के अंदर थे। मेन इसके अंदर जो था, जो इंडिया के अंदर, वो तुषार गोयल है, जो कि रिसीव भी कर रहा था इन सबको, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के अंदर भी उसका रोल था।
Tushar Goel made the arrangements for Jitendra Singh's stay in Panchsheel area of the national capital and used to take him to Ghaziabad to collect the consignment and take him to Hapur.
Virendra Basoya is a Pune-based person, and he was working. He has some nexus with the mafia drug syndicate in Dubai as well. So right now, Delhi police is working on those links at this point in time. So what has happened that Delhi police is also looking at the several narco terror angle as well. While we have been speaking to some senior officials, including DCP of the special cell, Mr. Amit Kaushik, and he has said that no option can be ruled out right now from the terror angle, from the narco terror angle.
Drugs that have been seized were supposed to be supplied across the length and breadth of the country.
परसों जब ड्रग पकड़ा गया और ड्रग का कारोबार कौन कर रहा है, इसकी तह तक जाने का तय किया, और जो पकड़ा गया वो मुख्य आरोपी तुषार गोयल दिल्ली प्रदेश कांग्रेस के आरटीआई सेल का अध्यक्ष निकला। अब मुझे बताओ भाई, जिस पार्टी के प्रमुख कार्यकर्ता ही अवैध ड्रग के कारोबार के अंदर लिप्त हो, वो भारत को नशा मुक्त बना सकते हैं क्या?
Delhi Police Special Cell has found connections in Delhi, Maharashtra, Punjab and UP. As probe continues, a can of worms has opened for the police to probe the links further.
And Republic TV will be closely following all the updates, viewers, as Republic TV goes deep into the investigation of this biggest drug bust in the national capital. Is uncovering many more angles, many more links to it, viewers. But that's all we could pack in this edition of Across the Republic. Stay tuned for more breaking news on the other side at 6:30 p.m. with me. Stay tuned.
Cash-strapped Himachal introduces toilet tax. Financial crisis hits Congress-ruled states. Will toilet tax follow suit in all Congress states? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
India is the third largest automobile market globally, contributing a remarkable 7.1% to our nation's GDP. As we navigate the future of the automobile and mobility industry, let us deep dive into discussions on electric vehicles, passenger and commercial vehicles, ancillaries and infrastructure, policy and regulations. Industry pioneers and thought leaders will unite to explore the future at the second edition of Republic Digital Roundtable.
As we informed the members of the Council in our letter yesterday, the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran launched a series of missile strikes targeting the military and security positions of the Israeli regime. Iran's action was in full accordance with the inherent right to self-defense under Article 51 of the UN Charter, and a direct response to the regime's repeated acts of aggression against Iran, including the violation of Iran's sovereignty and territorial integrity during the past months. Iran's missile strikes were a necessary and proportionate response to Israeli continued terrorist aggressive acts over the past 2 months. This includes the violation of Iran's sovereignty, the assassination of political leader of Hamas in Tehran and Iranian citizens, the targeting and wandering Iran's ambassador to Lebanon, and to recent assassination of Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah, the leader of the resistance and Secretary General of Hezbollah, an Iranian military advisory in Beirut. For a year now, the apartheid and occupying regime of Israel has continued its brutality in occupied Palestine with full impunity. And now this regime is extending its brutal aggressive war to Lebanon and targeting innocent people day and night across the border and deep inside the territory. The regime is pushing the region to the edge of an all-out unprecedented catastrophe. Israel has no intention to pursue peace or a ceasefire. As we informed the members of the Council in our letter yesterday, the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran launched a series of missile strikes targeting the military and security positions of the Israeli regime. Iran's action was in full accordance with the inherent right to self-defense under Article 51 of the UN Charter, and a direct response to the regime's repeated acts of aggression against Iran, including the violation of Iran's sovereignty and territorial integrity during the past months. Iran's missile strikes were a necessary and proportionate response to Israeli continued terrorist aggressive acts over the past 2 months. This includes the
Indies wait-and-see dare against Sanatan Dharma. Indy goes all out with anti-Sanatan commentary. Arnab asks, what does Indy mean by wait and see? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
We're going down to see what the damage done. I'm going to be going back again to other states. But here's the thing, this natural disaster is incredibly consequential. The last thing we need on top of that is a man-made disaster, what's going on at the ports. We're getting pushback already, and we're hearing from the folks regionally that they're having trouble getting the product they need because of the port strike. And look, there's a consortium of basically 6 owners that control all the ports from all the way to the East Coast down around the Gulf, and they've made incredible profits, over 800% profit since the pandemic, and the owners are making tens of millions of dollars in this. The last thing they need is to profit off of this. It's time for them to sit at the table and get this strike done. Yes, look, I called a meeting of the G7 today. We're working on a joint statement all of us agree on, from Japan to France to Germany to etc. And what we're doing in that regard is we're making it clear that there are things that have to be done. And it's obviously Iran has gone way it's way off court. We're going to put together a joint statement, hasn't been done yet. It'll be done before too long, probably by the time we land. And there's going to be some sanctions imposed on Iran.
Sir, do you support an attack on Iran's nuclear sites by Israel?
The answer is no. I think there's things... We'll be discussing with the Israelis what they're going to do, but all 7 of us agree that they have a right to respond, but they should respond in proportion. Look, we're going down to see what the damage done. I'm going to be going back again to other states. But here's the thing, this natural disaster is incredibly consequential. The last thing we need on top of that is a man-made disaster, what's going on at the ports. We're getting pushback already, and we're hearing from the folks regionally that they're having trouble getting the product they need because of the port strike. And look, there's a consortium of basically 6 owners that control all the ports from all the way to the East Coast down around the Gulf, and they've made incredible profits, over 800% profit since the pandemic, and the owners are making tens of millions of dollars in this. The last thing they need is to profit off of this. It's time for them to sit at the table and get this strike done. Yes, look, I called a meeting of the G7 today. We're working on a joint statement all of us agree on, from Japan to France to Germany to etc. And what we're doing in that regard is we're making it clear that there are things that have to be done. And it's obviously Iran has gone way it's way off court. We're going to put together a joint statement, hasn't been done yet. It'll be done before too long, probably by the time we land. And there's going to be some sanctions imposed on Iran.
Sir, do you support an attack on Iran's nuclear sites by Israel?
The answer is no. I think there's things... We'll be discussing with the Israelis what they're going to do, but all 7 of us agree that they have a right to respond, but they should respond in proportion.
Welcome back, friends. Congress khatakat politics coming to bite it from the behind effectively in Himachal Pradesh with the Congress party's decision to tax toilet seats in the state backfiring. Also, Udhayanidhi at it again, abuses Sanatan, asks in a threatening tone, wait and watch. All that and more. Let me get you the headlines first. DMK's Udhayanidhi Stalin issues wait and watch threat when asked about eradicating Sanatan Dharma. Congress's khatakat promise goes for a toss as Himachal Pradesh government imposes toilet seat tax.
उत्तर प्रदेश जो है उसमें किस तरीके से हमारा एजुकेशन आगे बढ़ रही है, उसको हम कैसे प्रदेश में लाए और उसके बारे में योगी जी से चर्चा हुई.
Rebellion within the Congress in Himachal Pradesh grows after Vikramaditya. Now Himachal Education Minister bats for the UP model.
The External Affairs Minister will lead our delegation to Pakistan to participate in the SCO summit, which will be held in Islamabad.
Big announcement by the MEA. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar all set to travel to Pakistan for the SCO summit. And cracks in Mahavikas Aghadi over Veer Savarkar. Uddhav Sena speaks against vilifying Savarkar. All right, let's begin this bulletin with a breaking news development coming in. Total number of Maoists killed in the encounter with police in Chhattisgarh rises to 14, and more as more and more automatic weapons are recovered. This information coming in from Chhattisgarh. Akhil, I'm told, is going to be on phone. Akhil is someone who has been to the ground there, and he's the one bringing us this information about police recovering huge cache of arms and ammunition in the encounter in which 14 Maoists are reported killed. Let's go to Akhil and get more details. Akhil. Okay, I see some connectivity issue there. We're not able to connect with Akhil and get him online. So we move on for now, but we'll come back to the story. And moving on now to the Sanatan Rao, again kicked in by comments of Udhayanidhi Stalin. While the controversy continues, while the controversy continues to brew over Udhayanidhi's remarks on Sanatan Dharma, getting in another comment from the DMK that now seems to have refused to even acknowledge what Sanatan Dharma is. That's how DMK and the Indi sees the majority religion of this country. First, he threatens wait and see, and then the DMK even refuses to acknowledge. Let's listen in.
Okay, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Thank you. Okay, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Thank you. Okay, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Thank you.
All right, let's take a look at what Andhra Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan had to say on this. He, in fact, said that there should be a non-cooperation movement towards those who spread this kind of sentiment against the Sanatan Dharma, that it can never be wiped out. Listen in.
When the honorable opposition leader, Sri Rahul Gandhi, says Ayodhya ceremony, when he compares to it as a Nachigan Sabha, none of the Sanatani Hindus should not get hurt. We have to be happy about it. And you want the votes of all the Sanatani Hindus to get into the power, to be a political leader, to be in the opposition. And you want all the votes of Sanatani Hindus. But you don't respect Lord Rama. You might hate Modi ji. You might hate us. But don't you guys dare to talk about Lord Sri Rama.
जवाब पवन कल्याण नहीं, पूरी जनता देगी, देश देगा इसका जवाब। तो लोग सनातन को कुचलने की बात करते हैं, वो कभी उनका भविष्य सुरक्षित नहीं रहता। अनेक लोगों ने अनेक समय पर अनेक बातें कही हैं और उसका ही भटकन का नतीजा है जो सारे इंडिया अलायंस लगाता है, हिंदू धर्म पे गालियां बकता है, मंदिरों में लड़की चढ़ने के लिए जाते हैं, राम पैदा ही नहीं हुए, इनको डेंगू के बुखार के लिए कुचल देना चाहिए। और लगातार जो सनातन पे आक्रमण कर रहे हैं, मुझे लगता है कि ये भारतीय संस्कृति, देश की संस्कृति बहुत बड़ा कुठारघात है और जनता और समाज तो इसका जवाब देगा ही। कहीं ना कहीं वहाँ के कर्नाटक के लोग भी इसका जवाब देंगे और जो लोग सनातन को लेकर चल रहे हैं, देश की संस्कृति को लेकर चलते हैं, जो हमारी रीढ़ की हड्डी है, वो हमेशा आगे बढ़ते हैं और ऐसे लोग पिछड़ जाते हैं।
All right, abuse there continuing of the Sanatan Dharma by the indie bloc parties, this time Udhayanidhi of the DMK getting at it again. Moving on, let's get you some other stories from across the country in Bharat in 2 minutes. Maldives President Mohammad Muizzu is expected to visit India on October 7. It will mark Muizzu's first standalone bilateral visit to the country since assuming the highest office in Mali last year. Significantly, this will also mark Muizzu's second visit to the country after attending the swearing-in ceremony of Prime Minister Narendra Modi for a record term. MV leader SCP chief Sharad Pawar has sought a consensus on the seat sharing between the alliance partners at the earliest. The Maharashtra Assembly elections are scheduled to be held later this year. However, the stalwart Maratha leader said he hasn't been part of the seat sharing talks that have been taking place between the MVA partners lately. Maharashtra Deputy Speaker Narhari Jirwar jumped off the third floor of the Mantralaya in an apparent suicide bid in protest against the inclusion of the indigenous Dhangar community in the list of quotas for Adivasis in the state. However, fortuitously for the leader of the NCP's Ajit Pawar faction, Jirwal's leg got stuck in the safety net as he fell. Police team reached the spot after getting word of the incident. Actor and Shiv Sena leader Govinda was discharged from the Mumbai hospital where he was admitted on Friday. The actor was rushed to the hospital after he claimed to have accidentally shot himself in the leg with his own revolver.
आप लोग प्रार्थना कीजिए क्योंकि थोड़ा गहरा लग गया था और लगा तब विश्वास नहीं हुआ और ऐसा लगा कि ये क्या हुआ गया.
Several schools in Trichy received a bomb threat over an anonymous email for the second consecutive day. Earlier on Thursday, at least 8 schools in the city received a similar threat. Bomb disposal squads and sniffer dogs were rushed to the schools after the authorities were alerted in the latest threat mail. Trichy police said an investigation is underway in the matter. All right, we're getting a breaking news development. The Indian cricket team will open its ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2024 campaign with a Group A fixture against New Zealand at the Dubai International Stadium in the United Arab Emirates. The Women's World Cup starting, the T20 World Cup. And this is going to be played out in Dubai. I'm told Ankit from our sports desk is joining us live. And Ankit, what more can you share about this?
So yes, in moments from now, you're going to see Harmanpreet Kaur and Sophie Devine walk out to the center for the all-important toss. And yes, let me just give you a few facts over here. New Zealand, of course, they have the edge over India. Like they have played 13 games, the two teams. New Zealand have won 9 games. India has just won 4 games. But India this year has been in prime form, where they have hardly lost T20 matches. So again, I think it's going to be a mouth-watering clash between the two sides. I think the team winning the toss is going to opt to bowl first and I also feel that the spinners will come into play in this game and the pitch is going to get slower and slower as the game progresses. So yes, all in all, I feel India has the edge over the White Ferns today.
Okay, thank you so much, Ankit, with those details. In fact, as you mentioned, Harmanpreet Kaur-led Indian cricket side is all set to open their Women's T20 World Cup 2024 campaign, and in a while from now against New Zealand. Let's look at some more details about the side and the expectations.
The Indian women's cricket team has long been starved of winning the T20 World Cup crown. There have been consistent heartbreaks for the women in blue when it comes to the T20 World Cup. They lost the 2020 T20 World Cup final to Australia and lost in the semi-finals of the 2018 and 2023 T20 World Cups. But this year could well be their year, given their strengths and the conditions that will be on offer in the UAE. The Harmanpreet Kaur-led Indian cricket team are all set to open their Women's T20 World Cup 2024 campaign against New Zealand. Harmanpreet Kaur and her girls will enter the T20 World Cup with a lot of expectations, as they, along with Australia, are among the two favourites to lift the World Cup trophy. Heading into the encounter, India are definitely the favourites, but the Kiwis will most certainly be a tough nut to crack in what is sure to be a feisty early encounter. India find themselves in a tough group this time around. Facing the likes of New Zealand, the three-time defending champions Australia and Pakistan make up the rest of the group. While India alongside Australia are everyone's pick to advance from the group, a defeat against New Zealand can put that prospect into serious doubts. And India's record against New Zealand isn't that convincing. The Indian women have faced New Zealand in 13 encounters and have been completely dominated by the White Ferns. New Zealand lead the head-to-head record 9-14. And in their previous meeting back in February 2022, New Zealand won by 18 runs in Queenstown. In the T20 World Cups, the head-to-head is more even since it's 2-2. And the last time they met in the mega event, India beat New Zealand by 3 runs at the Melbourne Cricket Ground back in 2020. India's record against New Zealand might not be good, but there is a big contrast in the form of both sides. In the 16 T20Is India have played this year, they've won 11 and lost only 4, with 1 being a no result against South Africa. They've beaten the likes of Australia, Bangladesh and South Africa in that span of time. On the other hand, New Zealand have had an abysmal year. They've played 13 T20Is and have lost 12 of those in the calendar year 2024. The Kiwis last won a T20I in March against England and are on a 10-game losing streak. Hence, India would be the clear favourites in the matchup based on form. Additionally, during this year's T20 World Cup, India has a unique opportunity to match West Indies' remarkable feat from 2016. With the men's team winning the T20 World Cup in 2024, if the women's team also win the World Cup, they will become the first nation after the West Indies to win the T20 World Cup in both men's and women's category in the same calendar year. As the World Cup kicks off, can India finally end their jinx, or will the heartbreak continue?
All right, at 8 p.m. Super Prime Time Max, the Congress's toilet tax conundrum as it faces the consequences of its khatakat economics. Also at 9 p.m. Why is it so easy to abuse Sanatan Dharma and get away with it in our politics? Join Arnab Goswami on those two very important debates at 8 and 9.
Cash-strapped Himachal introduces toilet tax. Financial crisis hits Congress-ruled states. Will toilet tax follow suit in all Congress states? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
character, the taste of success.
India is the third largest automobile market globally, contributing a remarkable 7.1% to our nation's GDP. As we navigate the future of the automobile and mobility industry, let us deep dive into discussions on electric vehicles, passenger and commercial vehicles, ancillaries and infrastructure, policy and regulations. Industry pioneers and thought leaders will unite to explore the future at the second edition of Republic Digital Roundtable Mobility Revolution, pioneering the next auto era. Only on Republic Digital.
The Congress party has praised Muhammad Ali Jinnah once again and said that Muhammad Ali Jinnah is just misunderstood and that he was in fact not a fundamentalist. Muslim leaders must now stop the Congress party from such poor quality appeasement and tell Rahul Gandhi that the Congress will not get Muslim votes by becoming Jinnah fanboys. The Congress party says that Jinnah is not a fundamentalist because among other things, he ate pork and drank wine. Now, does this mean that all Indian citizens and all the Muslims who don't eat pork or drink wine are not modern? Viewers, this is madness. This is the kind of primitive, low-quality Nehruvianism that the Rahul Gandhi Club, in this case represented by Rahul Club lifetime member and minister Dinesh Gundu Rao, speak. You see, Dinesh Gundu Rao wants to replace Siddaramaiah, and in order to lift himself in the Vadra Gandhi family's eyes, has also made an insane attack on Veer Savarkar. He claims that Veer Savarkar ate meat, that he ate a lot of beef, and that he was not against cow slaughter. Therefore, he was modern in a way, according to the Congress. So, according to the Congress, if you eat a lot of beef and you promote cow slaughter, you are modern. Is this why the Congress party killed and slaughtered a young calf on a street in Kerala and had the blood of the calf spill over a public road as an act of protest against a non-existent beef ban a few years back? These questions must be asked because you see, the Congress party wants to hurt Hindus to appease hardline Muslims. That is their clear strategy. And if there is therefore one party that does Hindu versus Muslim, it is the Congress party. Killing calves, Congress party, is not democratic. Killing cows, promoting the slaughter of cows by making stupid comments like that is not democratic or protecting the Constitution. And drinking alcohol and eating pork does not make you modern, Congress party. Now, I'm not going to ask which or whether your topmost leaders eat a lot of beef and pork and promote and drink a lot of alcohol. But if you try to target Hindus and target Veer Savarkar like this, then we will not remain quiet either.
TDP versus YSR-CP face-off on Tirupati Prasad Rao. Supreme Court appoints CBI monitored SIT probe. Laddu Rao brews political storm in Andhra Pradesh, debating tonight at 8:30 p.m.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
India is the third largest automobile market globally, contributing a remarkable 7.1% to our nation's GDP. As we navigate the future of the automobile and mobility industry, let us deep dive into discussions on electric vehicles, passenger and commercial vehicles, ancillaries and infrastructure, policy and regulations. Industry pioneers and thought leaders will unite to explore the future at the second edition of Republic Digital Roundtable Mobility Revolution, pioneering the next auto era. Only on Republic Digital.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi and National Law School Bengaluru.
India is the third largest automobile market globally, contributing a remarkable 7.1% to our nation's GDP. As we navigate the future of the automobile and mobility industry, let us deep dive into discussions on electric vehicles, passenger and commercial vehicles, ancillaries and infrastructure, policy and regulations. Industry pioneers and thought leaders will unite to explore the future at the second edition of Republic Digital Roundtable Mobility Revolution, pioneering the next auto era. Only on Republic Digital.
We are declassifying a series of IDF operations conducted since the beginning of the war, aimed at dismantling Hezbollah's terrorist infrastructure and capabilities in the area of the Israel-Lebanon border, as part of our efforts to make sure that the residents of northern Israel can return to their home in safety and security without the threat of Hezbollah on their doorstep. In these operations, IDF special forces entered into Hezbollah compounds in dozens of locations along the border with Israel, collected intelligence, dismantled Hezbollah's weapons and terrorist infrastructures. Our soldiers entered Hezbollah's underground infrastructures, exposed Hezbollah's hidden weapon caches, and seized and destroyed the weapons, including advanced Iranian-made weapons. Overall, IDF soldiers exposed and dismantled over 700 Hezbollah terror assets during these operations. And there's a lot more work to do. I will not reveal it to the enemy, but we are doing it as short as we can. Days, weeks, I will not say it to the enemy. We will do the necessary thing in a limited and local operation that we are conducting now. We're not going to Beirut. We're not going to the cities in southern Lebanon. We are focusing in the area of those villages, an area next to our border, and we will do in this area what is necessary to dismantle and demolish Hezbollah's infrastructure that were ready for years to do a 7th of October style, conquer the Galilee Plain. Any other sovereign country will do the same.
तीसरी बार किसी सरकार को चुना है। जब लोगों का जीवन बदलता है, तब लोगों में ये भरोसा आता है कि देश सही रास्ते पर चल रहा है। यही भावना भारत की जनता के मैंडेट में दिखती है। 140 करोड़ देशवासियों का ये विश्वास इस सरकार की सबसे बड़ी पूंजी है। हमारा कमिटमेंट है कि भारत को विकसित बनाने के लिए लगातार स्ट्रक्चरल रिफॉर्म्स करते रहेंगे। हमारा ये कमिटमेंट आप हमारे 3rd टर्म के पहले 3 महीनों के काम में भी देख सकते हैं। बोल्ड पॉलिसी चेंजेस, जॉब्स और स्किल्स को लेकर मजबूत कमिटमेंट, सस्टेनेबल ग्रोथ और इनोवेशन पर फोकस, आधुनिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ और तेज ग्रोथ की कंटिन्यूटी, ये हमारे पहले 3 महीनों की पॉलिसीज का रिफ्लेक्शन है। इस दौरान 15 ट्रिलियन रुपीस यानी 15 लाख करोड़ रुपए से अधिक के डिसीजंस लिए गए हैं। इन्हीं 3 महीनों में भारत में अनेक मेगा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स पर काम शुरू हुआ है। हमने देश में 12 इंडस्ट्रियल नोड्स बनाने का भी निर्णय लिया है। हमने देश में 3 करोड़ नए घर बनाने को भी मंजूरी दी है। साथियों, भारत की ग्रोथ स्टोरी का एक और नोटेबल फैक्टर है और वो है इंक्लूसिव स्पिरिट। पहले सोचा जाता था कि ग्रोथ होती तो है इनइक्वालिटी, असमानता भी साथ ही बढ़ती है। लेकिन भारत में इसके विपरीत हो रहा है। भारत में ग्रोथ के साथ इंक्लूजन भी हो रहा है। इसी का परिणाम है कि पिछले 10 साल में 250 मिलियन यानी करीब करीब 25 करोड़ लोग गरीबी से बाहर निकले हैं। भारत की तेज प्रगति के साथ हम ये भी सुनिश्चित कर रहे हैं कि इनइक्वालिटी कम हो, विकास का लाभ सभी तक पहुंचे। साथियों, आज भारत की ग्रोथ को लेकर जो भी प्रेडिक्शन हो रही है, उनका कॉन्फिडेंस भी बताता है कि भारत किस दिशा में है। यह पिछले कुछ हफ्तों और महीनों के आंकड़ों में भी देख सकते हैं। पिछले साल हमारी इकोनॉमी ने हर प्रेडिक्शन से बाहर कहीं बेहतर किया। वर्ल्ड बैंक हो, IMF हो, मूडीज हो, सभी ने भारत से जुड़े फोरकास्ट को अपग्रेड किया है। ये सारे संस्थान कह रहे हैं कि ग्लोबल अनसर्टेनिटी के बावजूद भारत 7+ रेट्स के साथ ग्रो करता है। वैसे हम भारतीयों को पूरा कॉन्फिडेंस है कि हम इससे भी कहीं बेटर परफॉर्म करेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, भारत के इस कॉन्फिडेंस के पीछे कुछ ठोस कारण है। मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हो या फिर सर्विस सेक्टर, आज दुनिया भारत को इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए पसंदीदा जगह मान रही है। ये कोई कोइंसिडेंस नहीं है, बल्कि बीते 10 साल में हुए बड़े रिफॉर्म्स का ही नतीजा है। इन रिफॉर्म्स ने भारत के मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक फंडामेंटल्स को ट्रांसफॉर्म कर दिया है। जैसा एक उदाहरण भारत के बैंकिंग रिफॉर्म्स का है। हमारे बैंकिंग रिफॉर्म्स ने बैंकों की फाइनेंशियल कंडीशन को तो मजबूत किया ही है, उनकी लैंडिंग कैपेसिटी को भी बढ़ाया है। इसी तरह जीएसटी ने अलग अलग सेंट्रल और स्टेट इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेस को इंटीग्रेट किया है। इंसॉल्वेंसी एंड बैंक्रप्सी कोड यानी आईबीसी ने रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, रिकवरी और रिजोल्यूशन का नया क्रेडिट कल्चर डेवलप किया है। भारत ने माइनिंग, डिफेंस, स्पेस जैसे अनेक सेक्टर्स को प्राइवेट प्लेयर्स के लिए, हमारे यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के लिए खोला है। हमने एफडीआई पॉलिसी को लिबरलाइज किया ताकि दुनिया भर के इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए यहां ज्यादा से ज्यादा अवसर बन सके। हम अपनी लॉजिस्टिक कॉस्ट और टाइम को कम करने के लिए आधुनिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर फोकस कर रहे हैं। हमने बीते दशक में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर इन्वेस्टमेंट को अभूतपूर्व स्केल पर बढ़ाया है। साथियों, भारत ने प्रोसेस रिफॉर्म्स को सरकार की कंटिन्यूअस एक्टिविटीज का हिस्सा बनाया है। हमने 40,000 से ज्यादा कंप्लायंसेस को खत्म किया। कंपनीज एक्ट को डीक्रिमिनलाइज किया। ऐसे दर्जनों प्रोविजंस थे जिसके कारण पहले बिजनेस मुश्किल था, हमने उनमें बदलाव किया। कंपनी स्टार्ट करने, बंद करने, क्लियरेंस को आसान बनाने के लिए नेशनल सिंगल विंडो सिस्टम शुरू किया गया। अब हम राज्य स्तर पर प्रोसेस रिफॉर्म को गति देने के लिए राज्य सरकारों को प्रोत्साहित कर रहे हैं। साथियों, भारत में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को गति देने के लिए हम प्रोडक्शन लिंक इंसेंटिव लेकर आए हैं। इसका इंपैक्ट आज बहुत सारे सेक्टर्स में दिख रहा है। अगर मैं बीते 3 साल में ही पीएलआई के इंपैक्ट की बात करूं तो करीब 1.25 ट्रिलियन यानी 1.25 लाख करोड़ रुपए का इन्वेस्टमेंट आया है। इससे करीब 11 ट्रिलियन यानी 11 लाख करोड़ रुपए का प्रोडक्शन और सेल्स हुई है। स्पेस और डिफेंस सेक्टर में भी आज भारत की ग्रोथ शानदार है। इन दोनों सेक्टर्स को ओपन किए अभी ज्यादा टाइम नहीं हुआ है। स्पेस सेक्टर में 200 से ज्यादा स्टार्टअप्स आ चुके हैं। आज हमारी टोटल डिफेंस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का 20% कंट्रीब्यूशन हमारी प्राइवेट डिफेंस कंपनियों का है। साथियों, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सेक्टर की ग्रोथ स्टोरी तो और भी अद्भुत है। 10 साल पहले तक भारत ज्यादातर मोबाइल फोन का बड़ा इंपोर्टर था। आज 330 मिलियन यानी 33 करोड़ से ज्यादा मोबाइल फोन भारत में बन रहे हैं। यानी आप कोई भी सेक्टर देख लें, आज भारत में इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट्स और इन्वेस्टमेंट पर ज्यादा रिटर्न के बेहतरीन मौके हैं। साथियों, आज भारत का फोकस एआई और सेमीकंडक्टर जैसी क्रिटिकल टेक्नोलॉजीज पर भी है। इनमें हम काफी ज्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं। हमारे एआई मिशन से एआई के क्षेत्र में रिसर्च और स्किल्स दोनों में वृद्धि होगी। इंडिया सेमीकंडक्टर मिशन के कारण 1.5 ट्रिलियन रुपए यानी 1.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए का इन्वेस्टमेंट हो रहा है। बहुत जल्द ही भारत के 5 सेमीकंडक्टर प्लांट्स दुनिया के कोने कोने में मेड इन इंडिया चिप पहुंचाने लगेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, आप सभी जानते हैं कि भारत एफोर्डेबल इंटेलेक्चुअल पावर का सबसे बड़ा सोर्स है। इसकी गवाही दुनिया भर की कंपनियों के 1700 से अधिक ग्लोबल कैपेबिलिटी सेंटर्स है।
All right, there's breaking news that's coming in right now. Sirens have now been sounded in Israel after Hezbollah fired 100 projectiles. This is all coming after the Hezbollah has given a retaliation to Israel. We're now being told that there are sirens in Israel as the Hezbollah fired 100 projectiles. We're also being given details about how possibly in northern Israel these sirens are sounded. I'm going to try and see because Beirut strikes target potential new Hezbollah chief is also something that happened today, and Hezbollah has fired 100 projectiles on Israel. Let me go across to Nick, who's joining me live from Tel Aviv. Nick, we spoke earlier. Give us more details because we're being told sirens are now sounded in North Israel.
Yes, a lot of Israelis are living in constant stress because of these sirens and the air raids. This is the reality in the north of Israel in the past year. And just in the few days, the last few days, Israeli army started actually to respond harshly to this fire from the Hezbollah. And Israelis are now, although it is a Jewish holiday, Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, they still at their houses. They are not going outside too much, especially in the north of the country. because you have just about 1 minute to go to a bomb shelter. And if you are walking on the street, maybe you wouldn't find on time the shelter. And in this situation, you just need to lay down on the ground and put the hands on your head and wish for the best. And in the coming days, Israeli army is aiming to destroy as much as possible of the rockets that Hezbollah piled over the years, because Iran was supplying Hezbollah with hundreds of thousands of rockets, and some of them precise rockets that can reach the center of Israel and even the south of Israel. That's why the Israeli army now is striving to try and to destroy all of those rockets. Some of them are under the ground. That's why they need to use a lot of precise intelligence and also heavy bombs, so it will penetrate the bunkers of Hezbollah where they're hiding their strategic rockets. So in the coming days, we will see more and more strikes from Israel.
Yes, I also want Nick to get more details, because you just told us when sirens are sounded, it's also an alarm for all the citizens to try and get into protection zone and to try and ensure that they lie down wherever they are. What is happening around you? Are you seeing a lot of civilians? Are you seeing that they're already going into bunkers or they're being protected? Give us what's really happening there in Israel.
Yeah. As you can see around me, there are not too much people outside. Usually during the holidays, you have much more activities and people are going to concerts and to many different attractions. There are a lot of tourists usually, but now Israel is pretty empty, and just the citizens of Israel, the residents, are here. Some of them even flew to other countries, but those who stayed prefer to stay at their homes, or at least at places that they know exactly where is the bomb shelter, because they're understanding that in the coming days, weeks, or even more, they can be a target from multiple fronts, because rockets are coming from the south, from the Houthis in Yemen, and a bit from Gaza Strip, and also from Iran, it's in the east, and also from Hezbollah, from Lebanon in the north. So all the country of Israel, which is a small country, is under fire. And that's why people, although they used to this kind of reality for many decades, but still they're afraid, because this time it's much more intensive.
All right, I want you to stay on with us, Nick, as I'm also going to go across to Fatima Karim Khan. She's joining us from Iran. Fatima, what is happening in Iran currently? Because just a short while ago, I'm told that there was a warning from the Revolutionary Guard's deputy commander to Israel.
Actually, as my colleague said, from inside Israel, you can feel the shadow of war in the air of Iran too. I think it is something regional. All of the countries in the region right now feeling this shadow of war on their heads, and this is what it is. This is Middle East.
Yes, it's unfortunate that it's come down to this in Tehran, Fatima, but I also want to get an update about the situation around you, because Iran's Supreme Leader Khamenei had also addressed a large crowd at the Tehran Grand Mosque, where prayers were to commemorate, and they've launched strikes on Friday targeting the southern suburbs of Beirut and Beirut's airport as well. It's being said
so
Israel has
nothing unusual. He spoke today between the prayers of the Friday, and he addressed that what Iran did against Israel was an act of self-defense, and it didn't target the civilians. And he insists that Iran is going to defend itself in the future too.
What are you picking up from people around you? I want to really understand how it's impacting the common citizens and what is happening in Tehran as we are speaking.
Lots of people are still traumatized from what has happened during 7th of October, and the coming invasions to Gaza and Beirut. And you have to keep that in mind that Iran lost several army figures who were in Syria and Lebanon during months and days before these attacks. And sure, there was other assassinations inside Iran. There was assassination of scientists. There were assassination of Ismail Haniyeh. So I can tell that some of people are afraid about the future, but some are not. Some are just used to what is going on right now. As I said, it is Middle East.
Yes, as war rages on in Western Asia, all fingers are crossed that Nick and Fatima, you stay safe. Thank you for reporting for Republic TV. We'll continue to come back to you to get the latest updates in Iran and Israel. Now, there is breaking news that's coming in, viewers, on our top focus story today, where surprisingly and shockingly, the Congress government in Himachal has taxed toilets. Let me now go across to a reaction, an exclusive one that's coming in from the Chief Minister of Himachal. From the Chief Minister of Himachal, Sukhvinder Singh Sukku, who spoke to my colleague Harsha. Listen in.
Himachal Pradesh government has been facing this storm over the tax on the toilet seat. Right now we are joined by Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhvinder Singh Sukku. Mr. Sukku, you said that no such order was released, but the additional Chief Secretary of the Jal Shakti Board stated and clarified that such order was released earlier on September 21st. What do you want to respond to that? Is he lying or misleading?
No. This is not the question. Question is this: ki whatever toilet tax is imposed or not. This is not imposed the toilet tax. There is no toilet tax in Himachal Pradesh. हमने रिफॉर्म्स किया. उस रिफॉर्म्स में जो बीजेपी के समय 2000 सरकार थी, उसकी एक नोटिफिकेशन थी, जिस नोटिफिकेशन को उन्होंने प्रिंट किया होगा. लेकिन जिस नोटिफिकेशन का आप हवाला दे रहे हैं, मैंने उससे पूछा, नो कैबिनेट डिसीजन हैज़ बीन टेकन, नो डिसीजन हैज़ बीन टेकन. तो कैसे हो सकता है? तो हमने जो इम्पोज जो वाटर लेवी थी, वाटर बिल था, जो बीजेपी ने ड्यूरिंग इलेक्शंस टाइम में वेव ऑफ कर दिया, तो उसको दोबारा से कहा कि जो भी पानी यूटिलाइज करता है, चाहे 5 स्टार्स होटल्स है, चाहे दूसरे होटल्स है, उनको हम बिल करेंगे, और जो पूर्व लोग हैं उनसे कोई हम बिल नहीं लेंगे. जिनको ज़रूरत है उनसे कोई बिल नहीं लेंगे, उनसे सिर्फ मीटर चार्ज लेंगे 100 रुपये का.
तो इसका मतलब है जो एडिशनल चीफ सेक्रेटरी ओंकार शर्मा जो बोल रहे हैं वो गलत है, वो मिसलीडिंग है, ऐसा कोई ऑर्डर नहीं था.
मिसलीडिंग है, ये 2005-6 का मिस ऑर्डर था.
सितंबर का
नहीं, ये क्या उन्होंने जो कुछ भी कहा है, लेकिन ऐसी कोई बात नहीं. नो कैबिनेट डिसीजन हैज बीन टेकन, और मिसलीडिंग फैक्ट्स को इलेक्शन से पहले करना गलत बात है.
But the 30% sewage hike in the water charges, water bill, that means the end users will end up paying much higher price. Isn't it correct?
There is categories है. कमर्शियल को इतना लगेगा, डोमेस्टिक को इतना लगेगा, नॉन कमर्शियल को इतना लगेगा, इंडस्ट्रीज को इतना लगेगा. कैटेगरीज वाइज है. जो डोमेस्टिक है उसमें कुछ नहीं है.
जल शक्ति बोर्ड द्वारा ये कहा गया कि डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर के इंटरवेंशन के बाद जो फाइल है उसका मूवमेंट रुका. क्या ये कहा जा सकता है कि आपको इस बारे में जानकारी नहीं थी, आपसे कंसल्ट नहीं किया गया?
नहीं, यू आर गलत बात कह रहे हैं आप. नहीं, गलत बात कह रहे हैं, क्योंकि आप ये कह रहे हैं ऐसी कोई बात ही नहीं हुई है. डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर उनके मिनिस्टर्स हैं. तो जब मैंने उनसे पूछा, कहते हमारी तो कैबिनेट में कभी ऐसा डिसीजन नहीं हुआ. आई आस्क्ड डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर ना, तो उन्होंने बोला कोई ऐसा क्या डिसीजन नहीं हुआ. ये एक प्रीवियस नोटिफिकेशंस का हवाला देकर ये चीज़ कही गई है. जो प्रीवियस नोटिफिकेशन थी वो 2005-6 की थी.
But Mr. Sukku, don't you feel that Jal Shakti Board and administration and your office are?
नहीं, it was a previous notifications ना. Jal Shakti notification is not clear ना. Jal Shakti notification, it is clear now. There is no toilet tax. Whatever you said it, the words toilet tax, additional toilet sheets का जो है, ये words कहाँ से आया? उस notification में भी words नहीं है. Is there any words?
Sewage tax notification में sewage tax 30% water charge लिखा हुआ है.
Only sewage tax on what sewage? Hotels की sewage.
Water charges above the water charges.
तो hotels में sewage tax लगता है, दिल्ली में भी लगता है. होटल्स इंडस्ट्री में नहीं लगाओगे आप, वो एक नोटिफिकेशन है। सीवरेज का जो पानी है यूटिलाइज करते हैं, कितने किलो लीटर लगता है, वो लगता है। इसमें कोई ये टॉयलेट टैक्स वर्ड्स कहाँ से आया? आई कुडंट अंडरस्टैंड, इट इज ए मीडिया क्रिएशंस।
One more thing. Do you also think that this rollback was because of media backlash?
Which rollback?
The rollback which came in the evening that government has taken back its decision.
Which rollback? I couldn't understand. कौन सा rollback है ये तो बताओ ना। मैं तो आपको कह रहा हूँ था ही नहीं। Toilet tax, there is no words. Who said it toilet tax? Is there anybody in notifications?
There's a partial rollback which is being said, which just came in the evening from the Jal Shakti.
You must study that first. You must study first. मुझे पता है कि आपको ये करना चाहिए कि there is no who put toilet tax words? Who put? The BJP puts toilet tax on us. These words. These are common. Every state has sewerage utilization water का बिल आता है। अब 5 स्टार्स होटल है, क्या हम सीवरेज का बिल नहीं लेंगे उनसे? जब उनको हम एफ्लुएंट ट्रीटमेंट प्लान देंगे तो सीवरेज का बिल लेते हैं।
कहने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन है सीवरेज टैक्स है।
डोमेस्टिक है, डोमेस्टिक में कोई है ही नहीं।
रूरल एरियाज में आप नहीं ले रहे, ऐसा है?
नहीं, आप इसको जबरदस्ती ना कहिए ना। मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ कि आप पूरी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की भी नोटिफिकेशन पढ़ लेना ना, सारे हाउस। तो ये पानी के एक लेवल ऑफ चार्जेज होते हैं कि इतने लीटर यूटिलाइज करेगा तो इतने पैसे मिलेंगे, इतने लीटर यूटिलाइज करेगा इतने पैसे लगेंगे, इतने लीटर यूटिलाइज करेगा। अब एक घर में जो यूटिलाइज कर रहा है उसको कोई टैक्स नहीं है। एक 5 स्टार होटल में यूटिलाइजेशन कर रहा है, कितने किलो लीटर के हिसाब से कर रहा है, तो गवर्नमेंट ही प्रोवाइड कर रही है ना उनको। जब गवर्नमेंट प्रोवाइड कर रही है तो उसे बिल लेगी। थैंक यू।
One last question. Is the state right now under immense financial stress? Because there was a financial fiasco earlier as well, and BJP is stating that because of this financial stress, such things are coming out.
देखिए, who is finance minister? Central finance minister कौन है? She knows every penny जो भी गवर्नमेंट के पास आती है वो RBI की गाइडलाइंस के हिसाब से आती है। आज तक तो वो ड्राफ्ट नहीं हुआ तो क्या फाइनेंशियल क्रंच है? ये भी चर्चा ऐसे ही फालतू की हो जाती है।
So all is well in Himachal Pradesh.
Very well is in Himachal Pradesh.
So this is Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhvinder Singh Sukku on toilet seat tax, where he says that no order was in the notification, and this was the earlier order, and no such order and the rollback has come into light today or even before September 21st. Along with video journalist Vivek Harsha-Chandwani for Republic TV.
Cash-strapped Himachal introduces toilet tax. Financial crisis hits Congress-ruled states. Will toilet tax follow suit in all Congress states? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Congress party has praised Muhammad Ali Jinnah once again and said that Muhammad Ali Jinnah is just misunderstood and that he was in fact not a fundamentalist. Muslim leaders must now stop the Congress party from such poor quality appeasement and tell Rahul Gandhi that the Congress will not get Muslim votes by becoming Jinnah fanboys. The Congress party says that Jinnah is not a fundamentalist because among other things, he ate pork and drank wine. Now, does this mean that all Indian citizens and all the Muslims who don't eat pork or drink wine are not modern? Viewers, this is madness. This is the kind of primitive, low-quality Nehruvianism that the Rahul Gandhi Club, in this case represented by Rahul Club lifetime member and minister Dinesh Gundu Rao, speak. You see, Dinesh Gundu Rao wants to replace Siddaramaiah, and in order to lift himself in the Vadra Gandhi family's eyes, has also made an insane attack on Veer Savarkar. He claims that Veer Savarkar ate meat, that he ate a lot of beef, and that he was not against cow slaughter. Therefore, he was modern in a way, according to the Congress. So, according to the Congress, if you eat a lot of beef and you promote cow slaughter, you are modern. Is this why the Congress party killed and slaughtered a young calf on a street in Kerala and had the blood of the calf spill over a public road as an act of protest against a non-existent beef ban a few years back? These questions must be asked because you see, the Congress party wants to hurt Hindus to appease hardline Muslims. That is their clear strategy. And if there is therefore one party that does Hindu versus Muslim, it is the Congress party. Killing calves, Congress party, is not democratic. Killing cows, promoting the slaughter of cows by making stupid comments like that is not democratic or protecting the Constitution. And drinking alcohol and eating pork does not make you modern, Congress party. Now, I'm not going to ask which or whether your topmost leaders eat a lot of beef and pork and promote and drink a lot of alcohol. But if you try to target Hindus and target Veer Savarkar like this, then we will not remain quiet either.
Cash-strapped Himachal introduces toilet tax. Financial crisis hits Congress-ruled states. Will toilet tax follow suit in all Congress states? Debating tonight at 8 p.m. TDP versus YSR-CP face-off on Tirupati Prasad Rao. Supreme Court appoints CBI monitored SIT probe. Laddu Rao brews political storm in Andhra Pradesh. Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m. Indies wait-and-see dare against Sanatan Dharma. Indy goes all out with anti-Sanatan commentary. Arnab asks, what does Indy mean by wait and see? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Presented by Royal Global University. Presented by Royal Global University. Northeast can't wait. Pado kuch bano.
Sanatan Dharma cannot be wiped out. Those who said will be wiped out.
Okay, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see.
DMK's Udhayanidhi Stalin issues wait and watch threat when asked about eradicating Sanatan Dharma. Congress's Khadakat promise goes to a toss as Himachal government imposes toilet seat tax.
उत्तर प्रदेश जो है उसमें किस तरीके से हमारा एजुकेशन आगे बढ़ रही है, उसको हम कैसे प्रदेश में लाएं, और उसके बारे में योगी जी से चर्चा हुई.
Rebellion within the Congress in Himachal grows after Vikramaditya, now Himachal Education Minister, bats for UP model.
On our participation in the SCO summit, yes, the External Affairs Minister will lead our delegation to Pakistan to participate in the SCO summit, which will be held in Islamabad on 15th and 16th, I understand, of October.
Big statement by MEA as External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar all set to visit Pakistan to participate in the SCO summit. Cracks in Mahavikas Aghadi over Veer Savarkar. Uddhav Sena speaks against vilifying the Hindutva icon.
Presented by Royal Global University. Northeast can't wait. Pado kuch bano.
All right, friends, amid massive political controversy over the Congress's toilet tax in Himachal Pradesh, Republic spoke exclusively to Himachal Chief Minister Sukhvinder Singh Sukku. He has denied, of course, the notification of such a tax and gone on to say the matter is a media frenzy and that there is no financial crisis in this state, or is it? Let's listen in to what he said or told Harsha Chandwani.
Mr. Sukku, you said that no such order was released, but the additional chief secretary of the Jal Shakti board stated and clarified that such order was released earlier on September 21st. What do you want to respond to that? Is he lying or misleading?
No. This is not the question. Question is this: ki whatever toilet tax is imposed or not. This is not imposed the toilet tax. There is no toilet tax in Himachal Pradesh. हमने रिफॉर्म्स किया. उस रिफॉर्म्स में जो बीजेपी के समय 2000 सरकार थी, उसकी एक नोटिफिकेशन थी, जिस नोटिफिकेशन को उन्होंने प्रिंट किया होगा. लेकिन जिस नोटिफिकेशन का आप हवाला दे रहे हैं, मैंने उससे पूछा, नो कैबिनेट डिसीजन हैज़ बीन टेकन, नो डिसीजन हैज़ बीन टेकन. तो कैसे हो सकता है? तो हमने जो इम्पोज जो वाटर लेवी थी, वाटर बिल था, जो बीजेपी ने ड्यूरिंग इलेक्शंस टाइम में वेव ऑफ कर दिया, तो उसको दोबारा से कहा कि जो भी पानी यूटिलाइज करता है, चाहे 5 स्टार्स होटल्स है, चाहे दूसरे होटल्स है, उनको हम बिल करेंगे, और जो पूर्व लोग हैं उनसे कोई हम बिल नहीं लेंगे. जिनको ज़रूरत है उनसे कोई बिल नहीं लेंगे, उनसे सिर्फ मीटर चार्ज लेंगे 100 रुपये का.
तो इसका मतलब है जो एडिशनल चीफ सेक्रेटरी ओंकार शर्मा जो बोल रहे हैं वो गलत है, वो मिसलीडिंग है, ऐसा कोई ऑर्डर नहीं था.
मिसलीडिंग है, ये 2005-6 का मिस ऑर्डर था.
सितंबर का
नहीं, ये क्या उन्होंने फोटो जो कुछ भी कहा है, लेकिन ऐसी कोई बात नहीं. नो कैबिनेट डिसीजन हैज बीन टेकन, और मिसलीडिंग फैक्ट्स को इलेक्शन से पहले करना गलत बात है.
But the 30% sewage hike in the water charges, water bill, that means the end users will end up paying much higher price. Isn't it correct?
There is categories है. कमर्शियल को इतना लगेगा, डोमेस्टिक को इतना लगेगा, नॉन कमर्शियल को इतना लगेगा, इंडस्ट्रीज को इतना लगेगा. कैटेगरीज वाइज है. जो डोमेस्टिक है उसमें कुछ नहीं है.
जल शक्ति बोर्ड द्वारा ये कहा गया कि डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर के इंटरवेंशन के बाद जो फाइल है उसका मूवमेंट रुका. क्या ये कहा जा सकता है कि आपको इस बारे में जानकारी नहीं थी, आपसे कंसल्ट नहीं किया गया?
नहीं, यू आर गलत बात कह रहे हैं आप. नहीं, गलत बात कह रहे हैं, क्योंकि आप ये कह रहे हैं ऐसी कोई बात ही नहीं हुई है. डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर उनके मिनिस्टर्स हैं. तो जब मैंने उनसे पूछा, कहते हमारी तो कैबिनेट में कभी ऐसा डिसीजन नहीं हुआ. आई आस्क्ड डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर ना, तो उन्होंने बोला कोई ऐसा क्या डिसीजन नहीं हुआ. ये एक प्रीवियस नोटिफिकेशंस का हवाला देकर ये चीज़ कही गई है. जो प्रीवियस नोटिफिकेशन थी वो 2005-6 की थी.
But Mr. Sukku, don't you feel that Jal Shakti board and administration and your office are?
नहीं, it was a previous notifications ना. Jal Shakti notification is not clear ना. Jal Shakti notification, it is clear now. There is no toilet tax. Whatever you said it, the words toilet tax, additional toilet sheets का जो है, ये words कहाँ से आया? उस notification में भी words नहीं है. Is there any words?
Sewage tax notification में sewage tax